Hi everyone. I hope you're having a great day so far, or if your day is getting started, that you will have one. This is Marie Blue Angel, and I'm back here again with a new visual novel that's on the shorter side. I read on the itch.io page it's supposed to be no more, or maybe just around 20 minutes. And I saw it on my For You page on Twitter, and I thought I'd check it out. It's called Namida Side Stories, Katekyo's First Date. I do know a little bit of backstory about this visual novel in that it is a prequel of sorts to a main visual novel or game that the game developer wants to release later on. And that main game will be centered around three brothers, one of which is the star of today's game, and their last name is Namida. So, I am looking forward to seeing what is happening in this first story about one of the first brothers. So, let's just get started and see what's happening. You have to let me know how it goes, right, Katekyo? Of course, Mummy. I take a look at my reflection in the interior mirror of my car. Well, I suppose I look fine enough for my first date. I love this opening with the rear view mirror of the car looking at Katekyo. Quite pathetic to say, considering I am 25 years old. I don't think it's pathetic, but, societal pressures and all. According to my parents, I should start having children in 2 or 3 years. So, if I want to have some when it is time, I need to find a girlfriend now. But I never found anyone around me. It's silly when you think about it. When I'm not working as a medicine resident, I spend time either at the gym or at my baking club. Well, that's great. You are a medical resident and you have hobbies and you take care of yourself. Very important. Great things. Gotta do that work and focus on yourself. So, I'm surrounded by women and good looking ones, I suppose. And yet, somehow, I've always failed to find any of them attractive. Not that I find men more attractive, though. I just feel some sort of void of nothingness regarding attraction. And sure, there are people I find beautiful, or some prettier than others, but how to phrase it? I find them beautiful like you find a painting beautiful. I enjoy the harmony of their faces, the colors in their hair, and the shape of their smile. But does that mean those smiles or anything else have ever made me think, hey, I like to sleep with this person? Honestly, no. I'm not trying to give up, though. After all, it's just a matter of finding the right person. Everyone goes through that. I mean, I can applaud the main character, Katekyo, for trying and really giving an honest effort. Going on a first date right now. I don't exactly agree about. I don't know. I mean, people can find their right person, I think, but it's not the most useful advice, I feel, in general. But I am supporting Katekyo, obviously, going on a first date, since that is happening right now. But I digress. So, long story short, I'm having my first date today. I met someone on a dating app, and this girl didn't live too far. So, I thought I'd give this dating thing a shot. Her name is Lara. She's my age and is an engineer. She wanted to date someone with high academic qualifications. I thought it was my case, so I swiped right. She did too. We chatted a bit, but I wasn't comfortable with revealing private information on the internet, so we figured out that meeting in real life was better. And that's what we're doing today. I hope everything turns out all right. Finally reaching Haru's high school. Haru is my youngest brother. I turned to my mother. We arrived now. We've arrived now. Hopefully everything turns out fine for you guys. Is that supposed to be the mom's line? I don't know. Oh, never mind. Oh no, believe me, Katekyo darling. I'm going to tear them apart. You didn't have to bring me, though. I don't know how young Haru is. Haru comments, talking for the first time since he entered my car. Of course I had to. I want you to see them begging for your forgiveness. Gosh, don't make it cringe. My brother recently came out as homosexual. This wasn't a problem for my parents and me, of course, but one of his classmates used the F word on him. Oh, how terrible. Haru slapped him as a consequence. The boy tried to fight back, but Haru clearly was the stronger one. He often gets underestimated because of his slim figure, but he has actually practiced judo for years. Oh, that's really cool. Go Haru. Since he beat up a boy, he got expelled for a whole week, which scandalized my mother, considering Haru had been insulted in the first place. She therefore decided to massacre the school faculty members. God bless them. I would not want to be anyone in that school if their mom showed up like that. As war paint, she painted her nails with the colors of the LGBT flag. She realized too late that there were 6 colors in it, and that she had 5 fingers on each hand. After quickly kissing my cheeks, she says, So, Don Juan, you go get this girl, and I go get their heads. Deal? I'll try my best, Mummy. Is the most honest answer that I am able to give. You know what? Giving your honest shot in this realm, romance realm, is great. That's all you can do. She leaves my car after that, and Haru, rolling his eyes, unwillingly follows her soon after. And now I'm alone with my anxiety. A first date. I'm not sure if a lot of people find love on their first date, but my parents were love at first sight. That's cute. So maybe it can be the same for me? I take a look at the box of the choquettes I baked. Oh yes, you're a baker, I forgot. Choquettes are fun. Think of cream puffs, but without the cream, and sugar-coated instead. It's a rather easy recipe, but to be honest, they always make me feel better. So I hope Lara appreciates the attention. I take a look at my reflection in the interior mirror. I don't look too tired for the residency. What kind of medical resident are you? Like, what do you do? What's your specialty? I'm curious. Will we find this out later? Not the most important detail, but I'm curious. So I suppose I'm starting off on the right foot. Right foot. I take a quick breath. Courage, Katekyo. Oh, look. Look at the little sprite right here. Ooh, fun cafe background. Okay. I arrived a bit earlier and a waiter kindly sat me. I texted Lara to let her know I'm in the restaurant so that she doesn't uselessly wait for me outside. Good call, good call. Good thing. You're a little early, you're slash right on time. You just have to wait inside. I take a look at the place. I like the comfy atmosphere that reigns here. The windows are big enough to bring some light in, but still not too big, to allow us to have some intimacy. Maybe I can be optimistic about this day. This is going to be fine. You can do it, Katekyo. Just believe in yourself. You can do it. I'm rooting for you. Also, just you're just getting to know a person. You got this. This is not easy, but you're doing this for Mommy and Oto-san. You're doing this to give them the grandchildren they deserve to have. You know, that's hard though, to have that kind of pressure. And finding the right person to share your life with must feel good too. I feel like he's trying just to convince himself. Maybe that way I'll experience what everyone else experiences. This attraction, this connection between the heart and the body, the way everyone has always loved each other. If I want to be able to love, what other choice do I have but to feel this attraction after all? Right? You can't dissociate love from attraction. Nobody does that. This is not a thing. And this is why humanity has lasted this long. Oh, these are very deep inner monologue thoughts before this date. Things are done that way. We're built that way. That's what makes us humans. No, that's what makes us animated. Animated from an etymological perspective. I said the wrong word. Animated from a etymological... I had to think about if I said that word right. Etymological perspective. The same root as animal. Seeing love emerge through the appreciation of what we materially are is the proof we have souls. Okay. This is Lara. Let me take a sip of water before I voice Lara. But those were some deep and serious thoughts happening. I feel like Katekyo is putting a lot of unnecessary pressure for all of this, and there are different ways to experience love, but I understand that this is part of the journey and the story for him, so we will continue. Katekyo? A voice takes me out of my reverie. Finally seeing Lara, I stand up and kiss her on the cheeks. Good afternoon, Lara. It's nice meeting you face to face. Oh my god, Lara's so cute. Look at these heart earrings and the pink. Oh, I love it. Okay. She sits in front of me with a gentle smile. They're they're not like matching, but I like how they kind of complement each other with like the purple sweater and this like pink long sleeve. And it's blushy. Okay. Same. I hope you haven't been waiting for too long. Not at all. I've only been here for a few minutes. Good then. I open my bag and take the box of shoquettes I brought. I made this. Oh, what are those? Choquettes. So we shouldn't eat them here in this cafe, but I hope they can make you happy at home. Oh, quite an original present for a first date. I like offering handmade presents. You bake those yourself? I nod as an answer. Well, it was written on my profile that baking was one of my hobbies. Lara opens the box and takes a quick look at my choquettes. She disapprovingly shakes her head. No way. This looks too professional. You don't have to lie, it's still a nice present. But I'm not lying. I really did those myself. Yes, be confident. I answer, putting a confident smile on my face. I know I'm good at baking, but my work being mistaken for something made by an actual professional is still a boost for my ego. Then let's see that. Looking around to make sure she won't get noticed, Lara takes one of the choquettes and eats it. Her eyes widen. You're not. Sorry, the blushy face is back. You're really not lying? You were the one who baked those? I really am. Maybe I can show you someday. I suppose that was a I suppose that was a smooth way to suggest the idea of a second date. Well, I'm not sure if I want a second date yet, but I suppose that makes me sound seductive, which can't be a bad thing if I want to give my parents grandchildren. Wow, you're male wife material then. Male wife? I ask with a confused expression. Lara laughs with a laugh. Sorry, I guess that's my way of saying these are the best choquettes I've ever tasted. And also that I find you hot. Sorry, shocked. You know what? Lara is a direct person. Okay? Um can't fault her for that. Yes, I liked your pictures on your profile, but I didn't expect you to be that well built. Do you regularly hit the gym? Yes, I do. Doing sport is important for your health after all, especially considering I have a sweet tooth. If a future doctor doesn't set an example, who will then? I put a gentle smile on my face, but then I realize, shouldn't I compliment her back? But what am I supposed to say? Lara is a beautiful woman, sure, but do I find her more beautiful than this cafe? I wouldn't say that. Well, maybe this isn't love at first sight. It's okay, I suppose. I'll just have to let it grow. You look quite beautiful yourself, too. You have a really nice haircut. Thank you. She puts a happy smile on her face. Well, I just followed a piece of advice my mother gave me. Complimenting a woman on her hair is always a hit. I mean, that's good. You do listen to your mother. And that is solid advice. But I have to say, and although Laura seems satisfied with my compliment, that I'm surprised by how fake I sounded. I don't understand. I do find Laura beautiful, but when I said it, it didn't sound like when she called me hot, to quote her. Quickly, a waiter comes back to give us menus and takes our orders. I ordered a pistachio creamed and raspberry eclair, while Lara orders a slice of mango cheesecake. Oh my gosh, this all sound very delicious. This place pretends that their pastries are handmade, and I'll admit I'm curious about how good their eclairs can be, as they are not so easy to bake. I took a look at Lara. It's no time to be thinking about eclairs. You have to keep the conversation going, Katekyo. I ask with curiosity. Uh, but I saw on your profile that you were an engineer. In what field? In the agri-food industry. But please, let's not talk about work. Fine, I suppose we never use too many breaks. So, tell me about yourself, Katekyo. What are you looking for in a relationship? What am I looking for? Well, I'm looking for children so that my parents can have grandchildren? But I suppose I can't answer that. You can, but I don't think that's the strongest motivator here that would be pleasant for Lara to hear. But I wonder what Katekyo will say now. So, to avoid ridiculing myself, I answer. Oh, Katekyo practiced at home before coming on this first date. For a long-term relationship, I like to marry in a year or two and start having my own children in 2 or 3 years. So I suppose I'm looking for someone who's ready to settle. What about you? Lara crosses her arms and sitting more comfortably in her chair, raises a suspicious eyebrow. So you're not afraid of engagement? Not at all. What would be the point of dating someone if you're not ready to commit to the relationship? I see. She then puts an amused smile on her face. I'm actually looking for the same thing. It's pretty rare to find guys who don't want to take their time or use other excuses. It's refreshing to see someone projecting himself into actually building something. I suppose you had a few... That face. I don't know what word... I don't even know what word was going to be said, so that's fine. Okay. I immediately interrupt myself. Mommy told me that mentioning exes or other dates was a terrible thing to do during a date. So instead, I take a look at the cafe, trying to find something to say. I've never eaten here, but I heard their pastries were well made. Or handmade. We're handmade. I'm curious. Huh? Yes, the cracker and the eclair requires a lot of technical skills and precision. If done well, it can be very tasty and... Sorry to interrupt you, but you're really male wife material. Thank you? Yeah, I can't help but feeling bad when she says that. I don't know why, but being described with an expression used for fantasizing makes me feel a bit bad. But isn't it what people do? They see people and they think they can fulfill specific fantasies they have in their minds. That's how people work. That's why humanity is still here. I just need to be in the right mindset to feel that too. Quickly enough, the waiter arrives with our orders. I take a bite of my eclair and my eyes sparkle. It is very good. The pistachio cream isn't overpowering. The taste of the choux and the raspberries bring a nice touch of acidity. Oh, Katekyo looks very happy over here while eating this eclair. The baker behind this eclair also didn't go too hard on sugar. It is still a sugary treat, of course, but you can still taste the many nuances in this pastry. I take a look at Lara to tell her all about this eclair, but before I can even speak, she interrupts me. Are these fiery eyes for me? I'm taken aback and surprised. Does she believe that I'm burning a passion for her? The fact that my eyes only seem appealing when I eat pastries makes me face a horrible realization. I have more passion for cakes than for people's features. But This is not normal. This is weird. I have to fix myself. No, you don't. I have to actually make an effort. Oh, you don't need to fix yourself, though. So instead of telling the truth, I simply tell Lara, of course, food always tastes better in good company. She puts a cheesy smile on her face and takes a bite of her cheesecake. Yeah, you must be onto something. I internally sigh. I seem to be doing fine so far. I can't say I really feel happy though, but if she ends up liking me, maybe I'll end up being able to love her, and therefore I'll see how attractive she is. That's just what I need. To find the right girl that'll make me feel whole. That'll make me feel attracted to her. Laura takes a look at me. I can't decipher her gaze. They burn with something I've seen in the eyes of so many women looking at me, but I don't know what it's supposed to be. Okay, where's the catch, Katekyo? The catch? Yeah, the catch. Like, you're hot, tall, muscular, a future doctor, sensitive, well-groomed, intelligent, you can bake. You're looking for a real relationship and not just a fling. So, why are we dating? Why are you single? Well, I take a look on the side, hesitating on what the best answer to give is. I suppose I just have to be honest. Honesty is important in a relationship. I've never had a date before. What? She chokes on her cheesecake, repressing a laugh and looking at me as if I was a freak monster. Why do I suddenly feel bad? You never dated anyone? No, never. I feel my cheeks burning. Oh, look at you, blushing. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. I'm not embarrassed. I'm uncomfortable. So you're totally inexperienced. To the extent of dating? Absolutely. This time she doesn't try to repress her laugh. She bluntly laughs at my face. Oh my god. That's not something you see every day. Oh, what do you mean? I mean, it's weird. Cute, don't get me wrong. But weird. Why? Why is it weird? So you've never had a girlfriend? Exactly. Judging from your reaction, I suppose you have more experience than me. I'm not I'm not the kind of slut who has had 10 boyfriends. Look, in this house we do not slut shame. You can be with as many people as you like as long as it's all consensual and stuff, you know? That's all I really care about. Lara. But I did have some, of course. Although she stopped laughing, her eyes are still amused and watery. What is she even doing? Then she seems to be struck by a revelation. I hope this helps her to calm down, but instead I get asked, Wait. Does that mean you're a virgin? I feel like I'm crawling into my chair. What is this girl doing? I don't think this is the kind of questions we should be asking on a first date. Oh, come on, don't be so prude. It's all fun. No, this is not fun. It's not fun. It's not fun for Katekyo. This is years of insecurity, years of doubts, years of trying to fix myself, years of checking my testosterone levels. I reluctantly answer, I am indeed a virgin. Why is she laughing at this? Laura laughs even louder. At this point, some people quickly glance at us. I don't understand. What is so hilarious about my situation? Gosh, that's so cute. Are you a celibate or something? Not at all. I just haven't found the right girl to take this step with. You're waiting for true love and stuff. Yes. Oh, that's so cute. Cute? How is that cute? She's looking at me as if I was a child telling his parents about his lover at school. As if my take on relationships wasn't to be taken seriously. As if I just didn't know better. I don't think that's cute. That's just how it is. But, but like, isn't it hard? Like, you never wanted to have sex with a girl. Not yet. Not, not yet. Even teenagers do want that. Even teenagers. Is she seeing me as a child? If you. Oh my god. Girl, why would you say that? If you're impotent, you can just tell me. My eyes widen as she says that. How is this not rude? It's very rude. Does she think she can just make fun of me or ask me such questions? Frowning and crossing my arms, I answer. Don't you think interrogating someone on such private matters on the first date is rude? Well, if we're looking for long-term commitment, I need to know. You'd be able not to date someone just because of such problems? I don't know. It depends on who, I suppose. Is love something so weak for you? It's not that it's weak. It's just that there's no love without sex. Damn. No, Katekyo. He had to meet someone like this on his first date. This is not very encouraging. This sentence sends shivers down my spine. Maybe it's true. Maybe there is no love without sex. If so, am I broken? Is there something wrong with me? Am I unable to love someone? No, you're not unable to love someone, Katekyo. No. I defeatedly answer, I'm not impotent. So that means you jerk off? Pardon me? How does this discussion keep getting worse? Answering with a laugh, she explains. I'm sorry. It's just that it's so fun and rare. I need to know more. I feel uncomfortable. Deeply uncomfortable. You don't have to be embarrassed. Everyone I do not masturbate. She bursts out of laughter when I confide in her. I already regret it. Oh my god. This is really bad. You're a freak, Katekyo. Oh wait. You're a freak, Katekyo. You know that. You know that? But how do you know you're not impotent then? Morning woods, I suppose, but even if I was impotent, what would be so funny about it? Men having one job to do during sex and failing at it. I suppose you must find vaginisms hilarious then. Vaginisms? I said the wrong word. Back. I suppose you must find vaginismus hilarious then. Vaginismus? Never mind. I sigh, clearly lacking the motivation to give her a health lesson. But I'm glad you told me. I found it cute. Like, that's even exciting. Exciting to think I'll be teaching you all those things. Desire, sex, how to pleasure a woman. Oh, that's quite a fantasy, you know. Why would you say that? A fantasy? Yeah, a nice change from other guys. It'll be fun, I swear. But like, I still have questions. Tell me the truth. Are you a cuckold? Or no, don't tell me. I know. You just have a small dick. That's your catch, right? Girl just keeps continuing to make this interaction terrible. Like, no respect at all for Katekyo. Just like another fellow human being. Like, it'd be one thing to, like, like, you being generally curious and, like, ask these questions, like, later. But, like, it's also just the general, like, don't you see that Katekyo is, like, very uncomfortable? Like, is that not being taken into consideration at all? To say I'm unable to hide my surprise at this point is an understatement. I'm fulminating. Each of her questions is more rude than the other, and at this point, I'm not having it anymore. How does it matter? It's just that it's so weird that you never had sex. I'm just trying to figure out why. Men love sex. What's your body count? As expected, Lara gives me an offended gaze. Excuse me? I thought I'd ask since you seem so knowledgeable about sex, but don't worry. I know you're not a slut since you said so. You're the type of girl who's experienced but still has the right number of partners, huh? Not too many, because you're not like those other sluts you despise, but not too few, because you're not like those prudes whom you seem to despise too. Am I right? Oh. Sorry, Lara looks extra angry now. What are you doing? Just know that, since you're so perfect, I'm thrilled to try sex with you for the first time. But since men love sex, maybe you can bring a friend of yours? Like the man I am, I've always dreamt of being in a threesome with two girls giving me all their attention. Because real men love lesbian porn, right? And they love thinking that lesbians only exist to turn them on. And please, imagine how great it would be. Me, an innocent, prude young man, getting lost in the wonders of lust, as two women oil and worship my muscular body. Well, he's definitely doing improv. He's great impromptu responses. Lara's eyes are trembling with anger. I suppose she didn't expect me to have this sort of backbone. Geez, how susceptible you are. But not at all. After all, since you're allowing yourself to ask such questions, I thought I'd do the same. But in the end, you didn't answer my question. Are you ashamed of your body count? Is it too high? Or, on the contrary, is it too low? Or am I suddenly unattractive now that you've seen me ask such rude and idiotic questions? I didn't say anything as rude as you did. Of course, but that's how men are after all, aren't they? Joining my hands and putting a fake surprise expression, I carry on my speech. Oh no, I'm sorry. I forgot you wanted me to be a male wife. And I'm surprised you didn't ask. Who knows? Maybe I'm secretly gay and I'm just not accepting it. Perhaps I just need some big, tough guy to fuck me, 'cause look at me. Tall, muscular, handsome, sweet. I must be goddamn readable. Geez, that's gross. Well, you didn't mind making such comments on me, so I thought you'd be fine with that. Or would you prefer me to talk that way about you? Fine, sorry, I was intrusive. Can you stop? Eventually sighing, I answer, Thank you. Thank you. I suppose we can end it there. I'm not interested in this date anymore. Tch, who would date a weirdo anyway? There's so much hatred in her eyes, so much anger. Why is she angry? It can't be because I'm a virgin. When I told her that, she answered that it was hot, that she wanted to teach me. Could she be angry because I'm not accessible? I don't know. We just called a waiter and obviously split the bill. Mommy taught me that paying for women is basic courtesy, but there's no way I pay for someone like that. She already took my choquettes. After that, I go home. Leaning against the door of my apartment, I let myself fall on the floor, and I start crying. Oh no. No, Katekyo. I mean, let your emotions out. You need to process it. You need to cry. But poor thing needs. That was not it. That was not a first. Oh, that's not a good, memorable first date. Oh, wait. Sure, I'm the type to set boundaries. When people are rude to me, I'm more than capable to put them in their place, even if it means saying mean things. But once again, but once I am in the secrecy of my apartment, I always cry. It's always a lot for me. I think about the way this date went. Are these the expectations this world has for me? I like your sweater again, by the way. This is a poor thing. Sorry, I'm gonna say I like the sweater. Make you feel better. I'm sorry. That was so shitty. Am I supposed to welcome these kinds of questions with open arms, without feeling offended? Or should I be measuring my penis every day to make sure to give the right answer when asked? Are these topics just bricks that help build a future home, a place where someone I love and I can be in peace? Someone I love? Where is this person I love? This person that'll make me feel whole, that'll make me work. Clearly, this won't be Lara, but what if all the girls were like her? What if they all expected me to be performative, experienced? What if they all fetishize the fact that I'm not? My eyes hurt. I'm never felt more incapable than today. My first date is a massive failure. I've let Mommy down. I've let Oto-san down. If I'm not able to date, if I'm not able to feel that attraction that makes you love someone, how are they going to have grandchildren? With Haru being gay and Adam being out of the picture, I'm their only son who can become a father. Oh, but you shouldn't be pressuring yourself. Katekyo. Don't do that. That's not fair to you. It has to be me. It has to be me. I have to. I'm suffocating as my vision gets more blurry. I put my hand on my chest, trying to calm down by taking heavy breaths. But the more I think about this, about everything, the more anxiety I'm getting. If the world is full of Laras, how am I going to satisfy any woman? And what if there never is any woman for me? Someone that'll make me feel attracted to her? How am I going to be a father? A man? Oh. I take my smartphone and start searching for answers on the internet. How to fix my sexuality. I don't want to have sex. I'm not attracted to anyone. and inputs of a similar caliber. On most pages, the same answer appears: asexuality. Asexuality. God damn asexuality. This makes me throw my phone at the other side of the room, and all curled up, I bring my knees to my face. This doesn't dry my tears. Asexual. I'm not asexual. There's no such thing as asexuality. This is a fiction broken people create just to justify their inability to be normal people. Oh, Katekyo, don't say that. You're not, that's not true, and you're not a broken person. And people who are asexual are not either. Oh, he's being too harsh on himself. Broken people. Like me. I'm broken. Broken. Oh. The tears flood my eyes, and giving up, I just lie down on the floor, contemplating my ceiling. I am broken. Something to be made fun of. This is the harsh truth. This has to be it. Asexuality. A convenient bandage to hide a wound way too big. An excuse to justify one's own inability to have sex. What else could it be? A sexual orientation, they say. Something normal, they say. But they lie. We're not normal. There is no love without sex, and men have one job to do. Yet, if this could be an answer, if I could find a word to describe my experience, this would feel so good. And although it wouldn't solve my issue, maybe I'd feel normal. Maybe I'd feel I don't need to be fixed. Maybe... What am I expecting? Katekyo, you can't cry like that. What if Mummy or Oto-san came to visit and found you crying on your floor? And you're a scientist, right? So, investigate. Standing up, I take my laptop and create an account on this ACE forum. In my presentation post, I share all my doubts, my fears, my questions, my self-disgust. Everything I think about asexuality, how I don't believe it exists, although it be convenient. Once everything is written and posted online, I breathe loud. So loud. I'm trying not to burst out crying again. Surprisingly, even though I just wrote it, it feels good to let everything out. To be able to express my anger and my doubts. To say that it is unfair, that I'm like that I wish I were functional, that I wish I were able to give my parents grandchildren. Yet, quickly enough, I receive an answer from a Wonder Miss.
Dear Dr. Frazier, what a pseudo. I'm deeply sorry that you have such hard feelings about yourself. I wish you could realize there is nothing wrong with who you are. I know it's easy to feel like an anomaly because sex is a norm present everywhere in our society, but I'd like you to try to picture this. Think of sexual attraction a straight man has for another man, or should I say, the lack of attraction he feels. I'm sure you can picture this, can't you? Well, you just feel that way for everyone. When you put things that way, it doesn't look like anything out of the ordinary, does it?
Oh, that's so nice.
I disagree with you when you say asexuality is an excuse we use to justify our inability to have sex. Some asexual people actually have sex. I won't bother you with the whole asexual spectrum, as it must be a lot to integrate right now, but some people define themselves define themselves as ace and sex favorable. Despite not feeling that attraction, they still want to have sex for many reasons. To satisfy their libido, because they want to spend such moments with their partner. Your experience is the experience of a sex repulsed ace, which I am too. We don't want to engage in any sort of sexual intercourse. Well, I don't think it means we're unable to love, like you say. Why would there be a right way to love? You mentioned in your post that you brought your date a whole box of homemade chouquettes. This kind of attention can be love. A kiss can be love. Sex can be love. But would you say that a man not baking for his wife isn't in love with her? If he manages to show his love in other ways, you just have to find your own way and to embrace it. I hope this can give you clues to understand yourself better and to come at peace with your own struggles. Whether you end up calling yourself ace or not is up to you, but know that you are valid, that there are people like you, and that you deserve to be happy as you are. And I'm sure your parents would be happier to see you be truly happy than to have grandchildren. Aw, Wonder Miss.
I'm crying. That's so sweet. Closing the computer, I realize that I'm crying again. Yet this time, the tears aren't bitter. My eyes don't hurt. And although I'm uncontrollably sobbing, maybe I feel hope. And even though I'm doing this for Mommy and Oto-san, maybe I can finally do something for myself. Just for once. Yeah. Then those expectations will fall upon your brothers. Wait, was there more? Did I just... Was that a preview of, like, the additional story / the main game? I think that was the end. I think it was just... Can I, like, skip? Okay, while we're skipping, that was very emotional, and it's a beautiful... Yeah, that was the end. Okay. Great. That was an emotional story. I really like the perspective of having Katekyo go on a first date, and then, like, kind of... I mean, it's not great that he had to encounter someone who was not very nice and understanding, or just, like, treated him with just general respect and courtesy, when he obviously revealed so much about himself that he's really anxious about. Yeah, I'd be very curious to see what happens in the main game. What are the stories with the other brothers? There's the older brother who is out of the picture somewhere, Adam, and Haru, who we kind of see in the beginning as well. I'm not sure what's going to happen. That was a very nice kind of way to end it, in terms of having that sneak preview for what's going to probably happen in the future, but also ending it with, like, reassurance from another person on that ACE forum community page or community site. So I'm very happy that Katekyo at least got to hear and read those words from someone else who is in a similar boat in terms of asexuality. Or, you know, I don't know if Wonder Miss identifies as asexual, but, you know, is in that similar situation, and whether or not someone wants to refer to their situation or to themselves with particular terms in regards to that. I also like that, that was mentioned and highlighted. But yeah, I'm glad I got to check this out. It was a pretty short read overall, though I'm like at 54 minutes. I'm going to go now because this was a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be, but it's probably because I'm just reading things out loud. I'm also trying to get better at, like, narrating a little bit and trying to be a little bit more dramatic, but I also can't do men's voices that well. I just end up going, like, very low and, like, gravelly and, like, whatever, but who knows. But anyways, hope you have enjoyed this video. If you stuck all the way through, thank you. Check more from this game developer. I'm going to check out more after this. But yeah, if anyone has any suggestions for any like visual novels or games they'd like me to play, please send them my way. Put them in the comments. Um, Also, if you just want to talk about this game, also put those comments down in the comment section. So I will come back with another video quite soon. I will see you all again. Bye bye.